There's no other like my mother, no siree. There's no other like my mother, no siree. She's a caring mom, you see, and I know that she loves me. There's no other like my mother, no siree. There's no other like my mother, no siree. There's no other like my mother, no siree. She's a loving mom, you see, and I know that she loves me. There's no other like my mother, no siree, no siree. No siree. My mom loves me the best, doesn't she? No siree. That's funny to say. No siree. No siree. Today, we've been finishing up this week with Y, haven't we? Almost to the end of the alphabet with Yancey Yak. Here's letter Y. And Mother's Day is coming, so make sure you practice that song. You can sing it to your mom. She'd love that. Yancey Yak Ya. Remember how we take our hand and put your 3 fingers in the middle so you can have a telephone. And she yak, yak, yaks on the phone. Yancey Yak just yaks and yaks. That's a letter Y. Y is at the end of day. D-A-Y. Day. Yeah. Y. And we've had fun with Y and yellow yarn and Yancey Yak all week long. Let's look at her tub one more time before we go today. Can we do it right here on the floor in front of us? I'm going to dump up. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I see a problem here. Do any of you see a problem here? Some of these things just don't belong here. Some of these things don't begin with Y. Some of these things do not say ya. Can you tell me which ones? Oh my goodness, we better do some more sorting. Mr. Vogt, were you playing with all the letter tubs today and got things all mixed up?
Must have been the leprechaun.
Uh-oh. Sometimes when we're playing with our fun letter tubs, things get mixed up. Which things don't belong? Can you help me put the things that should be in the Y tub, the things that say ya? Like Yancey Yak. Let's put Yancey down and all her things. So next week we'll be all sorted, so when we get to our last letter Z, we won't have any more trouble here. Let's see. That's Y, isn't it? Okay, so that should be in the tub. There's the other letter Y for Y. X, Y, Z. There's the Y. So they go in there. Oh, and there's Yancey Yak, that little tiny yak. We know that was in there. Yeah, yak. Remember this week when we had to follow the yarn all around the classroom and it ended up finishing by Big Ted with the yo-yo. It's so fun to play with. That goes in the Y tub. Juice? Do you remember juice being in there? Jerry Jellyfish juice. Look over, here's Jerry Jellyfish. Somebody was looking at the J tub. Hi, Jerry Jellyfish. Oh, she's so pretty. The kids haven't seen you in a long time. Jerry Jellyfish goes down in the ocean like this. So when we say Jerry Jellyfish, we say ja, like a jellyfish. Juice goes with you, doesn't it, Jerry Jellyfish? Somebody was in your tub and playing with you and got him mixed up with Yancey Yak. Let's keep sorting. What about yarn? Yarn can be all different colors. I like red. I would like red mittens. Yeah, yarn. Yeah. Let's put that in there. We had a lot of fun with yellow yarn this week. Oh, here's something yellow. We remember that was in the Yancey Yak tub. We're getting better here. Let's see. What about this lock? Lock. Lock things up so they stay safe. Lock. Ooh, that sounds like Lizzie Lizard, doesn't it? That is not ya. Listen. Lock. Good listening to that sound, boys and girls. Hey, oh, look at here's Lizzie right here. We haven't seen Lizzie in a long time. Somebody was in Lizzie Lizard's tub and got it mixed up when they put it away with Yancy Yak. There we go, Lizzie. And let's see. How about yogurt? Oh yeah, that's yeah. We had that in the tub this week. Yogurt. Oh yeah, you remember that yield sign. It's kind of like a stop sign. It's a safety sign, only you don't stop. You have to slow down and be careful and yield and make sure you're maybe waiting and out of the way to yield. What about lion? Lion. That's back with Lizzie Lizard. Lion, Lizzie Lizard, lion. Yeah. And the last one, I don't remember a jacket being in Yancy Yak's tub. Jacket. No, I think we're finished with Yancy Yak's tub. Where does jacket go? Jacket. Right here with Jerry Jellyfish. Let's put the jacket back in, and we'll keep the juice out for a minute with Jerry Jellyfish juice. And Lizzie Lizard Lion there. Phew, thank you for helping me sort those. Now the Yancy Yak Y tub is all put together and ready for the next time we want to play with them and use them. Good job. We'll put them up here with Yancy. Yancy Yak just yaks and yaks. Okay. We have some good stories today. We're ending the week. There will be a video for a story for tomorrow, for Friday, because there's so many good books about moms. And we're celebrating mothers this week, and we've been talking about adult and mom animals and their babies this week, haven't we? Been having so much fun learning in school with living things that are alive and grow and change. Well, the first book I want to read is On Mother's Lap by Ann Herbert Scott. The pictures were drawn and painted by Chloe. Let's see if I can turn that and read it. Colson. Do you think that's the mother and that's her little boy? Yes. And he's sitting on his mom's lap. Do you like to sit on your mom's lap? So that's a safe place to be, isn't it? Makes you feel safe and loved and warm. These people live where it's very, very cold. So when you see the way they're dressed, it's because they live where it's very, very cold. See all the snow. Here's the title page called On Mother's Lap. Here it is again, On Mother's Lap. And look at Mommy, she's saying, shh. Sometimes the story begins on the title page, so it's very good to take a close look at what you see on that page. It might give you clues as to what the story's about or what's going to happen in the story. There's a bed. Oh, someone's sleeping in the bed. Is that why Mom's saying, shh? What's under the bed? There's a dog sleeping under the bed. Mama's saying, shh. Let's read this special story for Mother's Day. Michael was sitting on his mother's lap. Back and forth they rocked. Do you think Mother and Mom like doing that together? Look at their socks, and their gloves are getting warm by the oven. It's cold outside. They must have got wet socks. Back and forth they rock. Maybe you sit on your grandma's lap too, like that. Grandmas love to do that. It's a good feeling, isn't it? Let's get Dolly, said Michael. Soon Michael and Dolly were on Mother's lap. Back and forth they rocked. Back and forth. Oh, now what's Michael got on his head? Boat needs me, said Michael. I'll bring Boat. Michael climbed back on Mother's lap with Boat on one side and Dolly on the other. Back and forth they rocked on Mama's lap. Do you notice those words that keep repeating in the story? Back and forth. Sometimes that's a really interesting way when you write a book and you repeat words that you can say again and again on each page. I wonder if it will be on the next page. I want my reindeer blanket, said Michael. So he's off his mom's lap again, and he's getting his blankie. Uh-oh. Do you see somebody who's awake under the bed? Carefully, Michael tucked his reindeer blanket around Boat and Dolly. Back and forth, they all rocked on Mother's lap. That's a nice warm place to be by the stove where it's warm. Feels good. Uh-oh. Who's coming? I wonder what he wants. What does that cute little puppy dog want? Puppy wants to come too, said Michael. Oh, is the little baby awake? Uh-oh. I wonder if he'll start crying. Will that puppy fit on Mama's lap with the little boy? And the Boat and the blanket and the dolly? I wonder, let's keep reading. Good readers always wonder things. Michael and Boat and Dolly and Puppy all cuddled beneath the reindeer blanket on Mother's lap. Back and forth, they all rocked on Mommy's lap. They all fit. Even that wiggly puppy that's licking Michael's face. I hear baby crying, said Mother. She'd like to rock too. Oh, look at Michael's face. How does he feel about that? Do you think he wants his little baby to come? Do you think his baby sister should come on Mama's lap? Will there be room? Look at the dolly's feet, and there's the puppy and the blanket. I'm not sure where the Boat is under. Oh, there's the Boat. Everybody fits on Mama's lap. There isn't room, said Michael. Oh, Mama got up to get the baby sister, and he's not very happy about that, is he? There isn't room, Michael said. Let's just see, said Mother. His baby sister stopped crying when Mama picks her up. And look at how Michael's feeling. Where's Michael? He's under the blanket, isn't he? And Puppy's not so sure either about this baby coming. Mother and baby both snuggled close to Mother. Or I should say Michael and baby both snuggled close to Mother. Boat and Dolly and Puppy were in Michael's arms. The reindeer blanket wrapped around them all. Back and forth, they all rocked on Mother's lap. His mother gave him a squeeze. You know, it's a funny thing, she whispered to Michael, but there is always room on Mother's lap. Just get room for everybody. Even the toys and the puppy. Mothers have lots of love, don't they? And they never run out of love. And there's always room on their lap for everybody. So when new brothers and sisters come at your house, you know that moms and dads love you so much too, and they can love their new baby sisters and brothers too. We never run out of love. That's a cute story. I like that story especially. And this is a funny little story about hugs. And I just had to read it because moms give the best hugs. It's called A Book of Hugs. Hug starts with H, doesn't it? Hug. This is written by Dave Ross. He has some good ideas about hugs. And his friend, Laura Rader, she illustrated all the pictures for him. She made the pictures for his book. And here's the title page called A Book of Hugs. Oh, there's an alligator family hugging. Hugs. A Book of Hugs by Dave Ross. There are all kinds of hugs in the world. Makes you feel good when you get a hug, doesn't it? There's puppy hugs. Puppy hugs are very soft and wet. You get a lot of licking tongues with that kind of puppy hug. Here's bear hugs. Bear hugs are very strong. Be careful not to hurt someone when you hug so tight with bear hugs. We like bear hugs in our room, don't we? Here's octopus hug. An octopus hugs with its whole body. Oh, look at that fish is getting squeezed. That octopus has lots of legs to squeeze around for hugs. Here's some fish hugs. This is a funny one. Fish hugs are very cold, and they usually don't get returned. You don't get a hug back. P.S. Never hug a shark. Don't give a shark a hug. This is called porcupine hug. Oh, porcupine hugs are done very carefully because they're so pokey. You have to be careful when you get a porcupine hug. Here's a fraidy cat hug. Fraidy cat hugs make you feel safe. Boo. If you're scared, sometimes you hug your mom or your dad or your brother. That's a fraidy cat hug. I never knew that's what they were called. Here's a piggyback hug, sometimes called riding piggyback. A good way to travel or see a parade. Piggyback hug. See him on top of his dad's shoulders. Here's mommy hugs. Maybe you can give your mom a big hug for Mother's Day. You can never hug a mommy too much. Mommies love hugs while they're cooking, while they're giving you a bath, while they're putting you in bed. You can never hug a mom too much. That's the truth. Daddy hugs. Daddy hugs are best when he first walks in the door. He comes home from work. Dad! Give him a big hug. Oof, you knocked him right over, didn't he? Here's brother hugs, usually called a buddy hug. Here's a buddy hug. A circle of buddy huggers is called a huddle. When you all huddle up close together, that's a buddy hug. We've done that in preschool, all huddled up together like that. Grandpa hugs. Grandpa hugs are sometimes given while sitting down. Does your grandpa have a chair like that? Our grandpa has a chair like that. That's a skunk family. You can hug your grandpa while he's sitting down. And grandma hugs can be found anywhere. But they're especially nice in the kitchen. That's where you'll find grandmas a lot, in the kitchen. That's a grandma hug. I see cookies in the oven. Sister hugs, also known as a single arm hug. You wrap your arms around each other and walk down the street while you're shopping. That's a sweet thing to do with my sisters. I love that. Single arm hugs are good for when you walk together. Even if you aren't sisters, you can hug someone's arms and be friends and go shopping. That's called a sister hug. Oh, baby hugs. Baby hugs are given with a little tickle. You tickle them when you hold a baby. A baby hug has a tickle. That's funny. Great Aunt Mary hugs. A great Aunt Mary hug can be given only once a year. Mwah! You will usually end up with lipstick on your cheek when you get a great Aunt Mary hug. That's funny, isn't it? You get a big lipstick on your cheek from her kissing. That's a hippo, isn't it? She's beautiful with her fancy person glasses. This is called an arm hug. Arm hugs are good if you're too little to get your arms around someone. It'd be hard to hug a gorilla, wouldn't it? He's so big. So you just hug his arm. Arm hug. This is called hand hugs, usually called shaking hands. Never hand hug with dirty hands unless you both have dirty hands. If you're playing in the mud or you have dirty hands and the other person has dirty hands, then I guess it's okay. They're hugging by shaking hands. Knee hugs are good if you're tall. You can only reach their knees. Never try to knee hug someone who is moving. You might get kicked. Ouch. Knee hug is for someone who's tall. Here's a blanket hug. Everyone needs some kind of blanket. That's true. Blankets make us feel safe. Tree hugs. Some trees are easier to hug than others. If you hug a pine tree too long, you get stuck on it. Help! They're kind of pokey and prickly and sticky. Rock hugs. Rock hugs are hard on your face. I think so. I don't know if I would want to hug a rock. Ice cube hugs. They're quite common in winter time, like February. Brrr, an ice cube hug. That would be cold. A lamppost hug can save you from a painful experience. Oh, from slipping and sliding, you grab hold of the post. Sandwich hugs. The whole family can get into a sandwich hug. Everybody together, big group hug. Look at that sandwich. That's called a sandwich hug because we squeeze everybody together. Birthday hugs. A birthday hug is a present. Anyone can give a hug for a present. That doesn't cost any money at all. Report card hugs. Oh, that's if you do a good job at school, you can get a hug. Awesome. Hurt hugs. Hurt hugs make the pain go away. Ouch. Looks like he hurt his thumb with that hammer. And that little mouse is giving him a hug. That makes the pain go away. Good night hugs. Also sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite hugs. Just before bedtime. Good night hugs. All hugs are wonderful, but the best hugs of all are I love you hugs. Those make you feel really good. Here's some true things about hugs. There are no such thing as a bad hug. There are good hugs and great hugs. No such thing as bad hugs. Hug someone at least once a day and hug someone at least twice on a rainy day. It'll make you feel better on a rainy day. Hug with a smile. Closed eyes are optional. If you give a hug, you can close your eyes or you can leave them open, but always with a smile. A snuggle is a long hug. Bedtime hugs help chase away bad dreams. Did you know that? If you get a hug before bedtime, chase away the bad dreams. And never hug someone tomorrow when you can hug them today. Every day give somebody a hug. And on Mother's Day, a especially give your mother hugs all day long. She will love that. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. I hope you're planning some surprises, and I hope your mom loves her gifts. I know she loves you very much, and she's happy, so happy to be your mother. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. And tomorrow, there will be one more fun Mother's Day book on Friday, if you want to tune in then to see one more book. But we don't have calendar time tomorrow, just one story video. Okay? See you then.